Hi, John Keats is my favorite poet, and today we are going to discuss the life of John Keats. John Keats was an English romantic poet who was born on October 31, 1795, in London, England. He was the eldest of four siblings, and his father was a stable keeper. Unfortunately, Keats lost his father at a very young age and his mother when he was 14 years old. But before we proceed, I want to apologize for the audio quality in my second YouTube video. I'm aware that the sound effect didn't turn out as great as I had hoped. I'm constantly working to improve the production qualities of my video, and your feedback is invaluable. Thank you for your understanding, and I promise to make the necessary adjustments in future videos to provide you with a better viewing experience. Coming back to the point, John Keats' early education and school life played a crucial role in shaping his future as a poet. He received his basic education in reading, writing, and arithmetic and attended the Clark School in Enfield, where he developed a love for literature and was introduced to poetry. It was during this time that he also met his lifelong friend Charles Cowden Clarke, who further nurtured his passion for poetry. At the age of 15, after the death of his parents, Keats was apprenticed to a surgeon named Thomas Hammond. During this time, he studied medicine and gained practical experience in the medical field. However, his passion for poetry continued to grow. At the age of 15, after the death of his parents, Keats was trying hard to earn his money. He continued his medical training at Guy's Hospital in London in 1815, and while he completed his studies and became a licensed surgeon, his heart was increasingly drawn to literature and poetry. Keats spent much of his time reading and writing poetry, formed friendship with other poets, including Leigh Hunt and Shelley, which had a significant influence on his literary development. In 1810, Keats began his medical studies, however, he found more comfort in literature and poetry. Keats, along with his friend Cowden Clarke, began writing poetry together and published a collection of their work titled Poems by Two Brothers in 1817. This book received mixed reviews, but it marked the beginning of his career as a poet. Keats' passion for poetry eventually overtook his medical career aspirations. He decided to focus entirely on writing and left his medical profession behind. John Keats was a renowned English romantic poet whose life was marked by both poetical brilliance and tragic sorrow. One of the saddest aspects of his life was his battle with tuberculosis, a disease that ultimately claimed his life at the young age of 25. John Keats faced numerous personal and professional challenges throughout his short life. He came from a humble background and lost his parents at a young age. Despite these hardships, he pursued a career in poetry and achieved recognition for his work, such as Ode to a Nightingale, Ode to a Grecian Urn, and To Autumn. However, his poetry was not always well received by critics during his lifetime, which caused him emotional distress. In addition to his struggle in the literary world, Keats experienced love for Fanny Brawley, an affair that brought both joy and pain to his life. The harsh criticism of his work combined with his deteriorating health added to his emotional turmoil. Keats' health continued to decline, and in 1820 he traveled to Italy in hopes of finding relief from his tuberculosis and in warm weather. Sadly, he succumbed to the disease and passed away in Rome on February 23, 1821. John Keats' life was an example of a talented artist whose potential was cut short by illness and adversity. Despite his early death, his poetry has endured and is celebrated today for its beauty and emotional depth. Keats' poetry gained recognition when his collection Intamil was published in 1818. However, it received mixed reviews, which deeply affected him. Despite the criticism, Keats continued to write prolifically and produced some of his best known works, including Ode to Nightingale, Ode to Grecian Urn, and To Autumn. In 1819, Keats' health deteriorated and he was diagnosed with tuberculosis, a condition that had claimed the lives of his mother and brother. Sensing the limited life he had left, Keats embarked on a journey to Italy in 1820 in search of a warmer climate and possible cure. However, his condition worsened and Keats passed away on February 23, 1821 at the age of 25 in Rome. Despite his premature death, Jhon Keats left behind a remarkable body of work showcasing his mastery of language, imagery, and exploration of themes such as beauty, nature, love, and mortality. In the years following his death, Keats' poetry gained immense popularity and appreciation. He is now considered one of the greatest English Romantic poets, whose works continued to inspire and influence generations of readers and writers. Thank you.